a little breezy, but not windy like it was yesterday and the day before. Hopefully it's going to stay like this so that we can go ahead and get this irrigation set. Hey friends, you're watching BrainStormAcres. I'm Henry.
And I'm Irene. And that noisy bird is a canyon towhee.
We are outside and it's a little overcast, some sun, but it's also in the low 50s.
Right. I was out early with Rufus this morning and it was pretty nice, but the wind has already started up. So it was 46 when I came out here with Rufus and it felt comfortable just in the bathrobe. But now it's 52 at least. And it feels cold because the wind's come up.
Well, it's a little breezy, but not windy like it was yesterday and the day before. Hopefully it's going to stay like this so that we can go ahead and get this irrigation set. What we're doing is adding some additional stuff to the irrigation setup. This setup was set so that it could water to the bottom. This is a wicking bed in configuration, so it's a self-watering bed. But we could also put a manifold on top for distributing drip irrigation, microtubing, and those emitters.
Right.
So I'm now going to go ahead and add more stuff.
It's going to look like if you've ever been to the oil fields where they have, like, they call them Christmas trees because it's like plumbing that looks like someone was like drinking too much when they built it. That's what this is going to look like, but it should work great because when you have this valve open and this valve closed, it means you can shoot water directly into the bottom. And when you have that valve closed and this valve open, it means you're putting it in through the drip irrigation.
So I'm just going to add a little something so that we can connect to this new drip irrigation line that we have. It's something can be buried, so it's different from what we've been using in the past, but we have it. We're going to go ahead and use it. Right.
It was a gift, so hey, when I did the research on it, I was kind of unimpressed by it when I first looked at it. It looked kind of clunky, but then when I read the details of it, I'm like, I got to try this. And we were saving it because we just hadn't come up with something where we felt it was best for perennials. That's what they sort of suggested for. And yeah, this is it. We've been hanging on to it for a couple of years, trying to keep it safe so that we could use it when we needed it.
I'm going to go ahead and get started. I've just put some Teflon tape around the threads on this fitting here. And I need to pull off these labels because they'll interfere with the fit of the slip fittings that are going to go on top. Hey, Irene, you want to go ahead and start doing this? And
Sure. I was killing weeds while you were talking. Okay, show me the ones you want it off of and I'll start peeling. Thank you. I understand they have to put labels on, but the explanations that I've gotten from technical journals about why they switch the type of labels up so that people can't switch labels and steal by getting less expensive fittings. Is it possible? Yes, it sure is. However, my personal belief is the harder to pull off labels are probably cheaper because we generally find that the reason companies actually do things is because it's cheaper. Okay, there's one that's got a label pulled off. Is there another one that I need to pull a label off of?
I have 3 or 4 of them in here.
Okay, cool. I'm going to continue to murder weeds except for when he actually needs me. Yes. Murder. They're not part of my tribe, so it's well, it's actually not murder. They're
kill.
Kill. Yes, kill. Yeah, in case you don't know, the biblical definition of murder relates to whether the people are in your tribe or not. It's Old Testament stuff. Most people don't bother to study that, but it's a very interesting, fine definition. If you're killing someone in your own group, then it's murder. If you're killing somebody in another group, it's just killing them.
You're merely killing.
Merely killing them. They're merely dead.
Now you may be wondering why I've made this pipe so long. It's really simple because this way I can take off this top piece to put the drip irrigation manifold back on if we want to. So this is long enough that we'll clear this portion of the existing fittings. Ooh, cold breeze. I'll bring a pipe down and the fitting will go on. I had some primer and glue out here.
All that was taken back in the house.
Okay.
Should be by the back door, that's my guess. Meanwhile, I'm going to be murdering my least favorite weed. Actually, killing my least favorite weed. Well, I don't know if it's my least favorite. Probably my least favorite is actually goat heads. But these guys are called fillery, and they produce a lovely little flower. So there's a tendency to see this cute little flower and go, oh, what a lovely little wildflower. But it also produces these spiky seed things, and when they dry, those are the ones that will go through your shoes, your gloves, your fingers, your dog, your cat. Yeah. So what I'm trying to do is get to these plants. We have a huge bloom of them this spring because we had so much water this winter that it activated a lot of the seeds. So I try to get to them before they drop seeds because, yeah, those seeds are nasty. Nasty, nasty. And some of these, I can just grab the whole plant and it will come out roots and all because there is landscape fabric under this gravel. And others I simply just have to cut off because even if it doesn't completely kill the plant, at least it removes the top growth for now and gives me hope to be able to prevent the seeds from going out there and multiplying. But I did get a trowel because sometimes you can't get it all out.
Can you help me bust the top off on this purple
Sure.
primer?
I
Hey,
will.
leave that cardboard alone, Rufus.
He says, but it's cardboard, Dad. All cardboard is created equal. It's equally tasty. This is Cardboard Boy, the lover of cardboard chewing. He's pretty hysterical, actually. Oh, man, I love it when it all comes out like that. Doesn't happen very often. But it's great when it does. It's amazing that I had some of these sections completely cleared out not that long ago. And now they're back. Once we get into the really hot weather, not much comes up in the gravel anymore because it's too dry and just it roasts everything. But early in the season and during monsoons, all kinds of things will take the opportunity to grow in the gravel. So the landscape fabric in here is old now, so it's not, and it was not professional grade when we put it down. We didn't know any better. So we try to only use professional grade now because it lasts a lot longer, a lot tougher. I do leave some plants in here. I leave the, we have some little wild daisies. They're just really cute and not particularly invasive, and I will leave those because they're cute. The bigger daisies that we had come in a few years ago, I am now actively removing. I may leave a few in the yard, but not near or in any of the beds because they're just too invasive. They looked like they were going to be a good solution, but as with many plants that can survive on their own, they can be kind of a pain. So, yeah, any of them that I find now in the beds are going away. What do you think, Roofy? Roofy. Weeds. Asparagus. You need to move your nose. I can't see the weeds. I don't want to whack your toes, dude.
You could find the weeds by feel.
No, I could, because
They have stickers.
But these are young enough that most of them haven't hardened the stickers yet, and that's what I'm trying to do, is get them out now before they get that far. I got a whole humongous bag full of them this morning. There's a few things of grass in there, but the vast majority are fillery. I did it with some quantity of glee.
I want this to be down fairly close to the ground, but I don't want it to be
Underground.
well, I don't want it to be down so far that it won't clear the block
Right.
when I'm putting it on or taking it off.
Oh, that's true. Minor detail.
Hey, Rufus. He's over
That?
against the fence right now.
He likes to look out that spot. It's pretty interesting, apparently. I have looked out the spot with him before and could never determine what was interesting, but he does seem to like it. It's possible he saw a bunny over there one time and he's hoping there'll be another one.
It's interesting because he's really not chasing the rabbits now.
Well, he doesn't chase it, but he likes to watch them. And he always looks out in the driveway because he knows there's at least one out there every morning, with very few exceptions. He saw one this morning. We talked about it.
Yeah, we're going to need the bag of fittings that we got from the big box store.
Okay, the plastic one. Okay,
Right.
I'll get that. You must be chewing on a piece of cardboard. Let me go double check. What you doing, Rufus? What you doing? Hi.
All right, so far I have the fitting to go onto the existing irrigation head. I've created a U to go all the way down towards the ground. I have another U to go onto this far end. But I have a 90-degree, a short piece of PVC pipe, and I have a male pipe thread fitting. The reason why I have that male pipe thread fitting is because the connection that goes to this drip irrigation is a female pipe thread fitting. So this should make it all match up. Before I glue this piece together, I'm going to check the pieces we bought to make sure that it fits as anticipated. Goes together just like we planned.
Hey, leave it.
That means I'm going to go ahead and finish gluing this up, and then we'll cut the piece of drip irrigation that we'll be putting into this bed. You know, different manufacturers of these PVC fittings have different lengths that you have to insert into the fitting to make the connection. Now these 90 degrees require about 30% more depth than this male pipe thread adapter. It just happens, so sometimes you have to adjust what you're doing. Now I'll go ahead and glue this on to the down pipe. Well, now I have that set up. We're going to let it cure for the next hour or so, and then we'll connect up the drip irrigation.
I could probably use a nicer, cleaner cut at the end here.
I have a knife that we can use.
Well, we could try PVC cutter first. That did a very nice, clean job. See?
Yep.
So that's great. Okay. This is just a press. It's actually not my favorite kind of. Okay.
Let's wait to put that on.
Okay, just want to make sure it's gonna, I don't have it screwed on. I just have it sitting there, sort of.
I have hold of it here.
Guys, believe it or not, it doesn't want to go in. This is one of the problems with running it between the beds like that. Okay. And then we'll just give it a little extra. The only place you can't cut it is actually on the thing. It's got a fairly complicated emitter setup there. So,
I'm going to cut it in between that one and the one previous.
yes. And this is an end, they call it a flush thing. So you can unscrew this thing and
Flush the line out.
Line if you need to, but it should also keep it from dripping, hopefully. And it'll be dripping into the bed if it's dripping anywhere, so.
And the bed is a self-watering bed, so
Right.
we'll probably preserve all that moisture, which would be a really good thing.
Yes, definitely. Now you'll see I twist this thing when I put it on. It's not because it's actually got a screw of any sort inside it. It's because apparently Rufus has made the cat angry. So she is chasing him. Did you tick her off? She says, I wanted to be out here enjoying the sun and getting dirty. And that stupid dog bugged me. One time too many. Ooh, she's pissed off. I suppose I shouldn't laugh. She told you, didn't she?
All right, you're going to go back inside. Well, now we're going to stake down this drip irrigation so it doesn't move around, can't be pulled. We have to do this 2 more times, and then these berry beds will be taken care of.
Progress is made. We'll probably adjust this a teeny bit, but we'll see. We have to. I have to look up the stuff again to remember how many gallons per hour it puts out because I don't remember off the top of my head.
Oh, one of the things to remember is that we need to put 1 to 2 inches of water on top of this bed every single week during the normal growing season.
Right.
And 4 inches during harvest season.
Right.
So it's going to be quite a lot of water.
Yeah. I think it's going to be worth it though. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell because obviously we're going to finish these guys up. And we have lots of other things going on. I pruned the flowers off the rhubarb this morning. And I will continue to kill weeds, among other things. So, until next time, bye.
Keep brainstorming.
Yeah, obviously, you have to. You just plain have to.